everybody. This is Manny.
And I'm Shawn.
Welcome back to the Manny and Shawn Experience, episode 45.
Yay, round of applause.
Yay. How about a round of applause?
No, we're not doing that.
Standing ovation.
Thank you for coming back for another episode of this.
And you're welcome for the song.
Yeah, how are you doing this week?
Doing all right. It's been an all right week. My eyes are focused on vacation. And my class ends this week. So,
yay.
Very happy about that.
And then you only have how much longer?
I might just not continue.
Okay.
I don't know.
We're going to encourage him to continue on and finish the certificate.
No. I'd rather take something more important or practical. I'm not learning much in this program.
You gotta do what's best for you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what Beyonce told. What's her name?
Who?
The girl they kicked out of the group. How have you been? What was her name?
Are you talking about Farrah?
Farrah, yes.
Anyway, I've been good. It's been a good week. Also ready for vacation. Just in that mindset where it's on the horizon and you can't wait for it to get here, and then it'll get here and then it'll be gone before you know it. But I am ready.
I mean, at least for 8 days, we will be in pure, utter blitz.
Bliss?
Bliss. What is it?
Blitz.
Oh, that could be a word.
It is a word, but
it doesn't mean the same thing.
Right. Correct.
Oh, and Brightline, you really screwed our vacation, just saying.
Yeah, so we wanted to take Brightline from Orlando to Miami because that train line is complete. They're just not opening when they thought they would, so it has pushed that date back. And unfortunately, it is past the time when we leave for vacation. So.
Yeah. So, thanks. Now I have to drive for the 4th time to South Florida.
Yeah.
By the time this comes out, though, we will have officially celebrated 1 year of this podcast.
Yay.
Wowzers. And thank you to all of you who have been chugging along with us.
Chugging along. He's having problems with words today.
Hiking, walking, whatever, with us over the course of the last year. It's been a journey. I remember our first episode that was recorded on some lapel mics.
That was fun.
And it sounded terrible.
It did. But we were working with what we had, and we have completely upgraded systems since then. So thank you to everyone for your support and, still listening. We appreciate it.
Yes, most definitely. Thank you for coming back each week, potentially sharing with your friends, family, people you hate, whatever. We appreciate that. Shall we jump in?
Let's do it.
Off to the mixtape.
You're in the mix.
All right. So, what do we want to talk about in the mixtape today?
By the time this comes out, everyone should have heard about the Alabama Brawl at this point that happened on August 5th, I believe.
Sure.
The previous weekend from now. There was an incident where some boaters had docked in the wrong place, told that they should move, and they didn't want to hear it. They started a fight with the co-captain of a ferry that the spot they were parked in, and a brawl ensued.
A huge brawl.
Yes.
An unnecessary brawl.
An unnecessary brawl, but it is something now that has become, I don't know how many memes and how many funny videos at this point.
I mean, the situation itself is not. Why am I touching my face so much? Is not. I'm just like on camera now. I lost my train of thought.
Violence isn't the answer. Is that what you were talking about?
Yes, violence is not the answer. It was just something that could have just been solved so easily by listening to the co-captain that said, "Hey, move your boat. I have a whole ass river boat that needs to dock here and has been sitting out there for close to, what did he say?
30 to 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, hello. But no, you decided to attack this co-captain for whatever reason. The co-captain started moving the
bassoon boat. They had been asked to move it. They didn't want to. They had words with him. I don't know what was said. Some people are saying slurs were thrown. Who knows? Because this was a group of white people. The co-captain was black. And when they didn't want to move it, he was like, I'll move it myself. So he started to push it out the way. And that's when the whole thing kind of really kicked off.
Yeah. Apparently there was also another dock employee that tried to jump in and help at the beginning and was also attacked.
Yeah.
He did not come back to the party.
No, he didn't.
He said, fuck, I'm out of here. So the Alabama Brawl, my thoughts on it is unnecessary. A pure show of how adults are kids and how people are considered to be privileged in this country.
My thing is, you're right. It did not have to go that way. But they woke up and chose violence. That was on them.
I mean, I'm not condoning the violence, but like if you're attacking me, then yeah, fuck yeah, we're gonna fight now.
Right. And then with everybody else jumping into it, that was because there were like 4 people on this one co-captain. And so the people that were on the ferry boat that were also employees, a part of it, and some not employees, a part of it, were like, y'all not just gonna sit here and beat this man. That's not gonna happen. Right. And
beating him for no reason.
Right, because you had no right to be there.
Right.
That is that privilege that they feel like I can park wherever the fuck I want to park and you can't tell me that I can't park here.
Right.
Yes, the fuck we can.
I hate to make, well, you have to. People say stop making everything about race, but I always pose the question of, would this have been differently had it been different skin tone? And I can't answer that question, but it just feels like violence in society against people who are different is on the up and up. And I know we talked about this a pod ago or 2 pods ago. The boy that was doing the voguing to Beyonce at the gas station. What's his name?
O'Shea.
Like this is like, now we're seeing trends. We're on trends now. Violence has always been against race, has always been out there, but now we're seeing it more openly, more unjustifiable for the things, the words that our politicians are using.
Correct. But I'm happy in this case, the people that actually started this were the ones that got arrested, because don't start none, won't be none. That has never been truer than this is the classic case of fuck around and find out. And that's what they did.
The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
Girl, I didn't want to go down this journey, but I'm going to go down this journey real quick. The meme about try it in a small town.
Oh, yeah.
We all know the song. I lost my shit because I'm like, too soon for that. You tried it in a small town, you got your ass beat.
I mean, they should have known about it. But like, this is why you can't pipe up and think that because you are, in their case, white upper class people, right? I have a boat and I can park. It was a platoon. It wasn't like you didn't have a yacht or something.
It wasn't a yacht.
It
wasn't even a decent boat.
But you can't just pipe up and be like, I'm not moving that. Like rules don't apply to you because maybe you didn't like that it was coming from this black man telling you that you need to move your boat. And you were like, who are you to tell me that? But he is co-captain of this ferry over here. And if he's asking you to move, then move. You know you're not supposed to be there anyway because they had already acknowledged that was a private parking space.
Right. And the ferry was already running late.
And they gave you the courtesy time to move it, and you chose not to do so. Right. So you got what you deserve, in my opinion.
I mean, if we're going to do law and order, let's do law and order. I mean, you weren't supposed to be there. The gentleman asked you to move the platoon.
And everything that happened after that, you caught because you started it.
Oh boy, the gentleman with the chair. I try not to laugh at it, but I did a lot. I laughed at it a lot.
I mean, the first time I saw it, I laughed. I didn't hold anything back.
I'm sitting here thinking, how did we get here? Then he was just like, look at this motherfucking chair. I'm gonna beat one of these fuckers because it just came out of nowhere. I was like, wow. I was just like, where did the chair come from?
My thing, that took me out. And then one of the men, the police had him detained on the ground. And I don't know if it was his wife or who, but she came over trying to say something and the cop pushed her. And then she fell over the cement.
Yeah. Right. I mean, the whole situation is uncalled for. I saw an article about what this means about race in America. And, it was hard to agree fully to it. But there is some truth to the fact that we're seeing more trends of assault on people of color or different religions or different sexualities. People are blaming each other, the other side, the right, the left. And I'm just like, we have just stopped being good humans.
I mean, all of this, you can attribute a lot of it to the politics of today because a lot of them spew hateful rhetoric on Twitter and other social media platforms, on news broadcasts. And you can't think that your words don't put into action for other people because other people believe you. Like, some people still believe Trump won the fucking election. Like, there are people out there who will listen to what you say and take it to heart and then go out here and act upon it.
Yeah.
And that's how we get in a place that we are now. Yes, there are always going to be racists out there. That is a fact. But when you get up and talk and you spread the hate and it goes from one person to the next person, and then it's toxicity all over the place. And then people go in the real world thinking that it's Twitter, and it's not Twitter in the real world. You will get your ass beat.
Yeah, you can use whatever words you want on Twitter, or X now. Sorry.
Yeah, X.
X, the new porn.
Stupid name.
Sounds like a porn social.
Anyways. They made them take that thing off the building.
The X?
Mm-hmm. Because they didn't have a permit for it or whatever, or get permission, and it was blinding people because it's a residential area. And they were like, the lights at night are like blinding people.
Oh, Lord. All right. No, you did not time skip in the podcast. That was just us veering off into space. But yeah, it's highly concerning. And this is what we've been saying all along through our conversations, because we hope our podcast is a conversation. It's not, I don't know what I'm trying to get at, but a conversation of these things that continue to happen. And you don't want to automatically say it's a race thing, but I'm like, what is it then? Because so far, everyone that's being attacked has been either different sexual orientations, color of the skin, like, what else do we call it?
I mean, this one wasn't hard to figure out. This was definitely a racial divide issue. And I mean, thankfully the right people have been arrested. There were 2 that had warrants out, but I think they are now in custody. So
we're up to 4 arrests. One was arrested last night.
okay.
It was the lady, I believe, Mary Todd.
Okay.
She was charged with 3rd-degree assault. Richard Roberts charged with 2 counts of 3rd-degree assault. And then Alan and Zachary, 1 count of 3rd-degree assault. Both of those were the youngins. There was a lot of youngins in this, actually.
I mean, honestly, I feel like the youngins were the one that started it, because if you watch the original video, it was one of the young ones that like comes out of nowhere and hits this man. So
yeah. It's an unfortunate thing. I hope I hope this does not continue to be trending in our society. What do you guys think about the brawl? Yeah, I mean, violence is not the answer, but if you're going to punch me, then I'm going to have to punch back. Because at that point, I'm like, I don't know. Are you going to keep punching me? Like, I can't just sit there and be like, no, let's not fight.
I mean,
because I don't want to die.
I'm thankful that, for one, it was just left to punches and chairs and not guns.
Because in today's society and the glorious state of Alabama.
Right. Everybody is so quick to pull out a gun and just fire. Back in the day, if you had beef with somebody, you had a problem, you just fight it out and everybody gets to walk away. Like, yes, someone might get their ass beat, but you get to go home. Nowadays, you can just be driving down the street and someone cuts you off and they have words with you, and next thing you know, they reaching into the glove compartment to pull out a gun. Yeah. It's stupid.
Well, let us know what you think in the comments. We'll pose the question after this episode releases.
Yes.
But if you're watching it, let us know in the comments. Do you agree, disagree? If you're new to our pod, you know we like to hear thoughtful difference of opinions, not just, spewing hate.
No.
But definitely we're open to hearing difference of opinions when it comes to this. Again, we don't condone violence, but if you're going to attack somebody, 5 people on somebody, then violence needs to be what's handled. What if those other people weren't there to save that co-captain?
I mean, that's true.
I mean, could they have beat him so bad that he concussion or whatever?
Yeah, but like, what is your plan? Like, if you beat this man,
I mean, it was in plain.
There's a whole ferry boat over here.
It's recording. Everybody on the boat had the camera.
The videos from the ferry boat were hilarious because they were singing "Move, bitch, get out the way." Like, and then when the fight started and the guy jumped off the boat into the water and swam across there, like, if you haven't seen the videos,
go on TikTok and look up the Marvel memes. I almost died. I can't. It was a lot to handle. Moving right along from the Alabama Brawl, appropriately named, then we have the Greensboro Assault.
Okay.
A Greensboro apartment manager was arrested after assaulting 2 black children under the age of 12. Apparently, these 2 young kids had been to the pool before.
Mm-hmm.
They do not live on this property. And they were asked to leave in the past. And I guess Miss Kimberly Jennings.
Kimbali.
Who's a whole-ass adult at 62 years old, thought that it would be great to start assaulting the children by throwing soda on them and hitting one of the kids with the bottle in the face.
She got the right ones that day because a lot of these kids would have messed her up. And then they would have gotten an assault charge and been like, you were trespassing and you're going to jail. But I applaud this young man for standing there, because he was standing, and taking this abuse from this woman because, like, who does that?
I was more speechless with this one than the Alabama Brawl.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
because they got what they deserve.
I'm like, these are 2 kids. And if we use anything that they've been using lately, these are ages where these is the most developmental. You don't want to indoctrinate them. Now it's like, what is the vision these 2 young children will now have of people after this situation?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to bring race into it again, but like this is America and this is what happens. Yes, even if this was a black woman on white children, like no one should do this. Like her option should have been, I'm going to call security, I'm going to call the police and have you removed.
100.
Taking it, whether they have been here before or not, do this that you call the police. You do not take matters into your own hands. She chose to assault them. So I'm hoping that she got arrested. I'm sure you will update us.
No, she's been arrested.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just watching her, like she was gleefully throwing shit in their face.
Yeah, she was just like, she was doing it like you know how that girl threw the water at Cardi B? Not to be funny. That's how she was doing it. And the reason the gentleman, the young boy got most of the assault is because she started with the girl. And he came up to protect his sister.
Another blessing, because I feel like one, their parents probably told them, hey, if an adult for whatever reason confronts you or does whatever, just be cool about it, just be chill about it, because black kids, like I saw today, a black young man, he was 12 years old, just taking the trash out, got arrested. And his father was like, what are y'all doing? And they said they arrested him because he fit the description of a suspect in the area. And like, this is a child. He was taking out the trash.
I know. I know all about being accused. Like, I got pulled over once in surrounded cars, and they said, you fit the description of a Latino male in the area with a red car.
Hello?
Like, oh. I was scared shitless that day. I was like, I was not speeding, and why is there 10 cops around me?
Yeah, I mean, in this day and age, parents have to tell their children to be aware of their surroundings. And if you get caught up in a situation like this, how to handle it. So I'm assuming that is what happened here. Their parents just like told them how to act if a situation like this were to occur. Yeah. And thank God they did, because who knows what could have happened.
Yeah, so she has been arrested. She has sent out a sympathy apology for it, that she didn't handle it correctly.
Girl, bye.
And, you know, I get the rules around like no trespassing. It was stated that there were no signs at the pool. It's an apartment complex. There were no signs that talked about no trespassing. She had apparently talked to the kids before. I don't know. I didn't read anywhere where the police were involved before. I mean, that should have been number one.
Right.
You've been trespassed. And then they would have told the parents.
Because they would have a record of it. So if you call the cops the first time, you get them trespassed, and they come back again, you call the cops again, they have a record that they were here before.
And then they take the kids. They don't take them, but they'll take them to their parents, call their parents.
Right.
And then the parents know. Versus you taking it into your own accord and assaulting these children.
Yeah, she definitely did not handle the situation correctly. But yet again, like I said, she caught the right kids, because some of them badder ass ones, she would have been.
I hope somebody gives those 2 young kids a scholarship to go to school somewhere.
In their own swimming pool.
And their own motherfucking swimming pool. Or a pass to be able to use her swimming pool.
Oh, that would be hilarious. If the apartment complex was like, you can come to our pool anytime you want to.
Now, I don't know about all that. I think if I read it correctly, the apartment complex and management company is behind the employee.
Oh, okay. I mean, that does not surprise me. They have to protect their...
You can protect your employee, but you don't have to be like you're on board with it. So you're on board with the assault too?
Oh, well, that they probably put some sort of disclaimer in there.
I will try to find an article, and I will follow up with y'all.
All right.
I mean, this is just getting ridiculous, y'all. Like all this craziness of anyway. I can't. In celebrity news,
Okay. Like, I put this in here because it's something that has been going on forever, and it was Tory Lanez.
who is Tory Lanez? For those that might not
Tory
know.
Lanez is an R&B singer. That is who Tory Lanez is. He likes to take old songs and sample them and make them new and throw a little auto-tune on it and call it a day. And I do like some Tory Lanez songs, but it's not like I don't fall over for Tory Lanez. If you don't know the case, he and Meg were dating, not
Megan
dating,
Thee
I don't
Stallion.
know. Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion.
They were in a car with another friend, and there was some kind of argument, and Tory Lanez shot Megan in the foot. It was a back and forth. It went to court. He was eventually found guilty, and now he has been sentenced to 10 years in prison.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
What I thought was interesting was that he's not apologizing for it. He
No.
said that I remain on the stance that I refuse to apologize for something I did not do.
I mean, at this point in time, the other person in the car has already corroborated the story that he was the shooter. Like, there was only 3 people or 4 people in the car and one gun. Like, she didn't shoot herself.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
So
He is salty as hell. He released the whole thing on Instagram.
I'm sure
He's not apologizing. He didn't do it. He's remaining his innocence. He talked about all the hard times and turbulations he's had to go through, and that he is resilient, and he will walk after 10 years being in jail.
Yeah, after 10 years.
That's really, am I okay?
It is a long time.
It's a long
I
time,
don't
10
know
years.
exactly what his charges were. But it is a long time. And also there was talk of him being deported because he's from Trinidad.
Oh, I'm learning a lot about
Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez today. I couldn't name a song if you asked me what.
I was trying to think of one.
You can't either. Okay, we're both on the same boat
He
here.
does have a song that I like. I just can't think of it right now. For whatever
Okay,
reason.
well, it ain't that good, is it? What y'all? So, what y'all think? Y'all think the sentencing is fair? Do you stand with Tory Lanez and that he is innocent and that the car shot Megan Thee Stallion?
There was a lot of people in the industry like saying that Meg was a liar, and a lot of people got mad at Drake for that one line he did in that song. Then I forgot what he said, but anyway, this is just what people do to women. Like, you don't believe them, and at this point, it played out in court. The proof was there. He got sentenced. It is what it is.
I mean, don't assault people.
As that old lady in the wheelchair said, you think I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch? Because I don't.
I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch. I don't.
I'm sorry, what old lady on a wheelchair?
It's a meme. So there was a news story. There was an old lady. I think the woman that was working for her, like a at-home nurse or something. I could be completely wrong, but it was someone close to her. Took her money, and she got caught. And she has children. I don't know, whatever. But the news person asked her, "Do you feel sorry for her?" And she was like, "You think I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch?" Because I don't. I love that meme.
I love that. That is, I love when an old person gets sassy.
I do too. Because she meant it. She meant it with her soul when she said that.
That's like when they get sassy with me on the phone. I don't like that. Because I want to say, do you think I give a fuck about your problems? Anyways, the F count is like 3 today.
It's all right. It's fine.
What's next on the agenda? The Little Mermaid. We finally have seen it. We totally advocated for The Little Mermaid on this podcast. And we were just a little delayed in seeing The Little Mermaid. But it was nice to finally see it. What were your initial impressions?
One, Holly can sing her ass off, but we already knew that.
She let everybody else know now.
I mean, she did.
She can't.
Like, I don't think there will ever be a better version of Part of Your World at this point. Nothing against the original. Still love the original, and the original is the original. And
That's your favorite movie.
That's what it is. It is. But I thought she did an excellent job. The movie overall, I know how they like to take the adaptations, because they are adaptations, and add things or change things here and there. But overall, I thought it was good. I liked it. I felt like some of the songs we did not need. But but overall, as a movie, I thought it was great. I thought they did a great job. How about you?
I think it was one of their better live action movies. Is that what they call live action? The visuals were more real than in some other films.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. Like The Lion King to me looked a little CG-esque, and I know it is.
The Lion King, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it. You can see a lot of the CG in that, and I get it. They're animals, right? But The Little Mermaid felt a little bit more fluid for me. Yeah. And it could be because it was, it's a mermaid, half person, half. I thought the underwater scenes were really nice. I did enjoy the overall movie. The cast was pretty decent. The song that he is referring to as not liking in the movie is called The Scuttlebutt.
No, that they could have kept that. No one needed that. Scuttle did not need.
I loved it.
Scuttle did not need her own song.
The Scuttlebutt. It's the Scuttlebutt.
No, thank you.
It was such a good. I felt like I was watching Hamilton.
Yeah, look, we know Lynn did the soundtrack for this movie, but that particular song, I just felt it was off. Like, I kind of feel the same way about the Prince Eric song, but I'm okay with that one being
Wild
there.
Uncharted Waters.
Is that what it called?
Yes.
Okay. And so I could have taken that one or left it. Honestly,
they could have taken that one out for me and left the Scuttlebutt.
Okay, then let's make a truce and they take both of them out.
That's fine.
Okay,
I don't care at that point. The cast was very diverse, all around.
Yes,
really enjoyed that.
Woke Disney. That's what they do.
Woke Disney, yes.
Not Walt Disney. Woke Disney.
The new board of Disney's gonna take out Walt out, and they're gonna put Woke Disney World.
I thought Melissa McCarthy did a great job as Ursula.
I did too. I had my reservations about her.
Same.
But she really was true to that. I thought the acting was stronger than the vocal. Not to say the vocal wasn't good. I'm just comparing it to the old Ursula, the original animated.
Yeah.
I don't know who that bitch is, but she makes you attend, or she makes you watch when she performs.
How did you feel about some of the changes they made regarding, like, him asking permission to kiss the girl? They also took out the line in Poor Unfortunate Souls where she talks about
body language.
Yeah, the men up there don't like a lot of blabber. Because a woman is supposed to be quiet when she's in
it. Honestly, I couldn't tell you that I missed that. I guess for people who watch The Little Mermaid animated every day and then went to see the real movie, were like, oh my God, I missed that. I mean, I want to say normal people would not have even known, had one person that was over the top about this movie overly dissected and was able to find that.
Well, I think it was something that came out before the movie came out, because I think...
Never mind, don't listen to me.
I think Lynn and them talked about changing some of the songs to make them fit today.
Got it.
So yeah, but I mean, I didn't really miss it, to be honest.
No. But I thought it was very well done. I thought it was good. I liked the visuals were really good for me.
Except one fish you didn't like.
Oh shit, Flounder. What in the hell was that?
Poor Flounder. He looked sick.
He looked frail. Flounder looks so puffy and joyful and glorious. in the animated version. And I get it. We're making a fake fish talk. But I'm like, that's the best y'all could have done on the computer? Like, I mean, I feel like I could look AI and it can make me a better flounder.
I mean, if you've seen like what a real flounder fish looks like, it doesn't look like flounder, obviously. But I feel like they could have made him a little puffy, a little rounder. Because he was flat. He looked
flat. It looked like he needed to go eat something.
I remember when the movie first came out and there was the memes going around of Flounder saying like he was a single dad or something looking for work.
What'd you think about Sebastian's voice?
David Diggs did his best. Other podcasts that I listened to, like The Read, have also commented on that accent.
And don't get me wrong, I love him as an actor.
I do too.
I don't think this was the role for him.
I don't think so either.
Like, maybe he could have been the prince instead. I don't know. But
actually, I could see that.
Yeah.
But you can't have two black people be in the lead.
No, I know. I know. But like it was, and we've seen him on quite a few things. He's been in Hamilton. He was in the Heights, and it was just like that was not the role for you. He was on Blackish. Like that was not the role for you, boo.
No,
the singing was good. I didn't hate it, but when he talked, the accent was just so forced.
I just feel like we just could have got an actual person from an island. It didn't have to be Jamaica. It didn't have to be the Turks and Caicos. It could have been whatever Caribbean island you wanted it to be.
I just think Lynn was like, I gotta put one of my people in there. Who needs a job? But yeah, I really truly enjoyed the movie. I lived up to my expectations of it. And yes, I still will enjoy the Scuttlebutt. It was a great song. Maybe it didn't fit. Maybe that's the problem. It didn't fit the movie, but it was a great song.
It did not. But
it reminded me in Hamilton. Oh my God, I forgot the song that I wanted to compare it to. In Hamilton. Who cares? Do you care? You don't care.
Who cares?
Sitting here trying to figure out. You're like, shut up, Manny. Move on with the podcast.
I was gonna. It's not Room Where It Happens.
Yeah, maybe it was that one. Room Where It Happens. Sure. Because it was like they were telling you what's going on, and that's like battle. Yeah. In the room where it happens. Room where it happens. Well, that is the funness we have brought you this week. It was a little deep, I think, but hey, whatever. We hope you enjoyed our review of The Little Mermaid. Hopefully you've seen it by now. And we didn't spoil it. We can't spoil it. It's the same movie, y'all. The mermaid, she can't say, she wants to go to the surface. She can't go to the surface. She talks to Ursula. She loses her voice. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
With a little twist here and there.
Yeah. The ending was different from the animated film. Because
slightly.
The wedding takes place on the boat. Right?
Yes.
And then she turns into an octopus on the boat.
Yes. So that was different. Also, we met the queen, which we didn't in the original Prince.
Oh, I love that fan they had. It was that giant carpet, and the two people would just pull it up and down. Up and down.
Did I miss that?
Yep, you missed it.
Okay. I thought it was cool that, yes.
I missed it.
Whatever. I thought it was cool that at the end, the mer people and the people on land kind of came together. So it was like...
It's like a truth.
Yeah, it was like a resolution because she was talking about how that world is nothing but trouble for them. And then King Triton was also like, those people, all they want to do is kill. And then at the end, we all came together and we're one big happy family.
I don't remember his quote at the end, but it was a very profound quote. And it was something along the lines of, thank you for listening to me.
Oh, that's what she said to him.
Right. And then he said, sorry for not having listened or been open to listening or something along those lines.
Yes.
I thought that was very profound. parentals, you take that quote with you and listen to it.
That was deep. And thinking about it now, I had a conversation with my mom this week that was sort of on the same lines. And you spend your life as a child trying to make your parents proud, trying to make your family proud. And sometimes what's best for you, they might not see it. And they just want to protect you. And I get it. They want you to be the person that they see in their head for you to be, right? But we have to be true to ourselves a lot of times. And your parents might not always agree with that.
Yep.
And I love that Ariel was like, I respect you, Dad. I love you, but this is what I want. Mm-hmm. And he had to let that go. And he did. And I don't know. And I like that part.
That ending quote stuck with me because I was like, oh, wow, that was very deep.
Yeah.
Goes beyond woke. All right. So that is the mixtape. Chugga chugga doo. This week, shall we jump into what's your issue?
Sure. What's your issue?
What's your issue?
I don't have one this week.
Oh, well, that's the whole fucking reason we changed this thing. I don't really have an issue this week either. I mean, some people were clowning, what's his name, who just came out as pansexual.
Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady. People are like clowning him because they're saying he misdefined what pansexual means.
I don't think he did at all.
But in the article I read, there was a psychologist or I can't remember what it was, but they were like, pansexual can be many different things to many different people.
I guess that.
And one solid definition of such does not fit the mold of everybody. So to you, my issue is stop clowning the man. It was hard for him to reach the point he has reached at his age to finally accept himself.
I also read comments and some people were like, yay, I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. Some people were like, who cares? You're funny. Like, like they're supportive, but like they don't care about your sexuality. Right. And then I saw comments was like, oh, we already knew this. This ain't nothing new. Why are you telling us this? Uh-huh. And
that's one I did not pick up.
I hate when people do that. Like whenever a man comes out as bisexual, a lot of people are always like, oh, so you're just gay and you're not ready to say that you're gay. There are bisexual people out here. There are also pansexual people out here. And if you don't know the difference, bisexual means that they like the gender of male and female. Pansexual covers the spectrum, meaning that not only male and female, but non-binary people, female to male people, male to female people, or trans people. So that covers that entire spectrum, because when you say bisexual, you literally are just talking about male and female. So that is why pansexual can cover a variety, and it may fit a different people in a different way.
So stop clowning Wayne Brady. Please.
Yeah, stop clowning Wayne Brady.
It was hard for him to get to that point in his life. And
Wayne Brady is amazing. That man is
talented.
So talented. I don't know.
Can sing.
If you saw his run on The Masked Singer.
Did he win? He won.
He did win.
He did win.
But super, super talented.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of bravery to come out. And a lot of people are like, why do people have to come out? People have to come out so that it makes it easier for other people to do so. I know people will go around and be like, no one cares about your sexuality. But in all actuality, all you see on Twitter and Fox News is people talking about other people's sexuality. Yeah. So tell me who doesn't care about people's sexuality.
There's no other news going on in the world.
All y'all care about is what bathroom people can use, taking away the rights of people who may identify differently than you, and don't tell me that people don't care about people's sexuality because you're obsessed with it, especially LGBTQ.
Obsessed with me, everybody knows. It's clear that you're something. Boy.
Round of applause.
Yeah, I only know words of songs. I don't know all the words. I will be happily. This comes out on Beyonce Day.
Oh, that's right.
We will be at Beyonce's Renaissance World Tour.
Yes. So the
When
day
this
that
drops.
this drops, we will be partying our butts off with the Queen
At some point.
at some point.
Sweating our ass off sounds better.
But looking forward to that. I'm really
I want to know why parking's $45 fucking.
because they can. Because they know you're gonna show up and pull up anyway.
Like our friend Corey said, for these ticket prices, parking should be included. And I agree.
They're never doing that.
Like Ray J, Beyonce, $45 sounds good.
I wonder how much it was for the Taylor Swift tour.
I wonder too, because when we go to USF, it's like $20.
Because some people actually paid to like just be in the parking lot to tailgate.
Yeah.
So like, I guess paying $45 and you didn't pay for a concert ticket. So
That's another thing. Stop clowning Beyonce for these listening seats only. You know what you get when you buy them. Okay? Stop clowning her for that.
Okay.
People pay for Taylor Swift to sit behind a screen.
They did. Some people just want to be in the building.
Right.
So
Like if I couldn't get a regular seat, I probably would go for listening only. Because again, we have talked about arrangements of music only happen in concerts.
yes.
And you want to go hear those. You want to experience those. And then I'm going to take my crappy videos. Okay, Miranda Lambert. I'm going to take my crappy videos. And then I'm going to enjoy them another day.
I'm Miranda Lambert.
Okay. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go listen to 2 episodes back.
43.
43. There you go. Math is hard.
Math is hard. It's very hard.
Well, that is it then. You don't have another issue. Oh, this is not an issue, but definitely thinking of the people out in Maui.
Oh, the wildfires.
The wildfires are,
Yes.
I think I saw over 50 some people are dead.
Oh, wow. I didn't know it was
And
that bad.
giant part of the island is just destroyed.
That's crazy.
Crazy. I've seen videos of people trying to get out. I'm like, I would have had a whole ass panic attack and probably died.
It's funny. I feel like Hawaii is the one state where people don't really talk a lot about it unless there's an earthquake, a tsunami, a hurricane, and now like a wildfire.
Now it's a wildfire. And I guess it has to do with like changing temperatures and climate change, but climate change ain't real. So,
Yeah, that's what they'll be teaching these children in Florida. It is not real.
oh Lord, let's stop going down this rabbit hole because Florida is now going to be telling kids that climate change ain't real.
And slavery was okay.
And slavery was okay in a cartoon. Welcome to 2023 and beyond. So we're going to wrap this podcast up today. We'll definitely bring you a Beyonce review on the next pod.
Oh, yes. The Renaissance.
And definitely stay tuned to this comes out that Wednesday, so you might not hear it. I was like, stay tuned to our social.
Well, if you hear this on Wednesday, stay tuned.
Right. If you're one of the ones that we release and you run, you don't walk, you just run to YouTube, or you just fiddle through your phone trying to, I got to find a podcast. Then you'll hear it before we get to the Renaissance World Tour.
So everyone that made it this far into the recording, I want you to do something for me.
Ooh.
I want you to go to either Instagram, if you follow us there, or Threads, if you follow us there. And I just want you to comment on whatever our latest posting is with a blue heart.
Oh, blue heart. It's very Pacific.
I'm sorry, what?
I know how to say specific. Okay.
So yes, if you gotten this far, go to one of our posts, whatever the latest one is, and drop a blue heart.
Put that blue heart I don't know why he's telling you to do that, but go do it.
Just go do it.
Let's go do it.
You never know what'll happen. Just go do it.
You never know. A prize. A prize. This camera, the little box is on my eye, and it feels like I'm like the Terminator.
Oh my God. It's
and like every time I go,
Also, welcome to all the new YouTube subscribers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope
Welcome.
you're enjoying the content. Let us know in the comments what you guys would like to see us talk about. Do you like this more pop culture focus? Do you want us to dip into politics a little bit? 2024 is coming, so I know we will talk about it eventually.
Don't want to bore you.
But yeah, let us know what you think of the show and anything that you would like to see on the show.
Yeah. And while we're on the topic of dropping blue hearts on Instagram or Threads, don't forget to follow us on those platforms if you are not doing so already, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. How can they find that?
The YouTube channel, simply by searching the Manny and Shawn Experience.
The Manny and Shawn Experience.
Or Manny and Shawn.
Yeah. Or type in MAS
XP.
XP23. MAS XP23 is all our social. Instagram, Threads, YouTube,
Twitter.
X. It's called X. And
It's Twitter.
TikTok. We don't promote as much X and TikTok anymore just because we tend to get more engagement on Instagram, but we still do post the same things out there. So if you prefer those social platforms, we'll be there as well.
Yeah.
I mean, TikTok is just really hard to do anything on there. You can't post links. You can't do this. You
Yeah,
need,
they're
like,
being
1
really
million people.
restrictive on TikTok.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, that's it. That's all we got for you.
Mm.
Have a wonderful day. Any last words for our fine folks?
I'm just gonna say, wherever you are,
Wherever you are,
wherever you're at,
wherever you at,
whatever you're doing,
whatever you're doing,
just continue to be a good human being.
just continue
Okay.
being a good human.
I don't know, y'all. He hit jukebox mode.
That was really fucking flat.
I wasn't gonna say that.
I was in band. I can admit when I sucked.
Any last words for you?
My only last words is stop with the bullshit, y'all out there. Let's live our lives in peace and harmony, like they used to say in Katanga.
And these people are like, what the f- is Katanga?
Katanga was a show at Busch Gardens, y'all.
And they still are like, what?
It's
is
fine.
a Busch
Google
Gardens?
it.
I'm kidding.
Google it. It's on YouTube. So when you follow us on YouTube, then Google Katanga at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay.
I mean, I love Katanga. Katanga was a great show.
It's very heartfelt.
It was very heartfelt.
All right, y'all. Well, don't forget to...
Write a review.
No, we're closing the podcast.
Oh.
I already said it. Goodness. You would think we started yesterday, and it's been a year.
Do something good for yourself.
And then do something good for someone else. I'm going to get him dinner because I think he's hungry. And he is totally out of it at this point. But yes, happy Beyonce week
For us.
for us. We will finally get to be in the room where it happens
Yay.
with the queen bee, and it better not fucking rain.
Why would you even put that in the universe?
I always put it in the universe. I'd rather be sweaty than rained on. All right, y'all. That's all the time we got for you today. Oh, I shouldn't do this. Oh, funny story. So if you're on YouTube, what I just did was something that a former nursing instructor told me. I have my index finger and my middle finger pointing up, and you do a circular motion, and that means we got to go do something down there. Anyways, I'm out of here. Have a great day.
Down
Talk to
where?
y'all later. Well, I'll tell you when you're grown.
What?
Let's see your parts down there for the women.
Oh.
Anyways, we're out of here. Goodbye. You didn't need to know that. I had some very interesting faculty where I worked at in the nursing college. I learned so much. Let me tell you about this time where this patient. No, I can't tell you that.
Bye, y'all.